Sagittarius, welcome to your 2016 astrological overview. I'm Taylor Cole, your personal astrologer. So this year there are a lot of rare and exciting events taking place in the sky. I'm going to start by talking about the eclipses that are occurring. The eclipses are a little bit different than normal. Usually there are 4 eclipses. This year there are 5, which is just giving us another opportunity to make some positive changes for ourselves. The first eclipse is a solar eclipse happening in Pisces, and this is on March 9th. Solar eclipses are beginnings, so new beginnings that are occurring and aligning us with the correct path. So Pisces is a part of your sky that is really all about your roots and foundation. It's the bottom of your sky, and this is a lot about your home and your parents and your upbringing. And a solar eclipse in this part of the sky indicates a possibility of moving, so new beginnings as far as where you live and your home. It also shows the possibility of new developments taking place with your parents or with your family. And then it also does show some new beginnings in regards to your inner self, so like the part that is very much not seen by the public. Maybe your family gets to see it, but definitely not public. And you will be growing and changing in that area of life around March 9th. 2 weeks later, we have a lunar eclipse where the sun will be in Aries and the moon will be over in Libra. So for you, this is really going to represent letting go of some of your social circle, changing your clique, changing your social group, in order to connect with a more honest and truthful path for yourself. So you're letting go of the people who are not helping you get to where it is that you know that you can and definitely should be headed. This might seem sad to a certain extent. Letting go of friends can be a sad event, but just know that it is connecting you with a better and brighter future for yourself. Alright, so that's the first set of eclipses that are happening earlier in the year. When we get a little bit later in the year, we're going to have another set of 3 eclipses. The first one is on August 18th, and it is a lunar eclipse taking place in the sign of Aquarius, which for you, Aquarius is a part of the sky that is all about what you know. So like data, facts, the things that you just have always known to be true. It has a lot to do with learning, and it has to do with communication. Interestingly, it also has to do with your siblings, neighbors, extended family members, and your neighborhood as well. So this moon is going to be over in Aquarius, but the sun will be in Leo. This is very much representing a need to release some of the things you thought you knew in the name of connecting with more of a greater understanding that might be more based on faith or just on a higher vision. So you're going to be seeing where the facts that you thought you knew were actually hiding the greater truth of the situation. So that's more of on a inner level that's going to be playing out. Externally, you may find that you are relocating. That's a possibility. Or that you might be enrolling in school. So changes in school, changes in your location, as well as the possibility of questioning some of your religious beliefs. So 2 weeks after that, right around the 1st of September, actually on the 1st of September, there's going to be a solar eclipse in Virgo. And Virgo, again, is at the part of the sky that, actually Virgo is at the very top of your sky. So this is life purpose, life direction, legacy, career, very much highlighted in this area of the sky. And solar eclipses are new beginnings, as I said, so expect big changes to be occurring right around the 1st of September. It could be a new job. It likely will involve career, to be honest. That's where I'm seeing this most likely playing out. might not be on the 1st itself, but that's where the development is really starting. And the effects of an eclipse are felt for a month before, a month after, but the visible effects, so it's felt a month before and after, but the effects are really occurring 6 months after the event. So you will see some major changes occurring in your career up to 6 months after September. So 2 weeks after the 1st, on September 16th, we are going to have a lunar eclipse in Pisces. For you, Pisces is right at the bottom of your chart. So this is likely releasing some of your ideas about home, releasing some of the ideas you've learned really early in life, likely from your parents, in a way to embrace some of the career developments that you're working towards. Maybe you have all these ideas ingrained in you based on stuff you were told from your parents early on in life when you were young, that are really holding you back from the success that you desire. That's one way it could play out. It could mean that you are just feeling a little bit separated from your home environment right about them because you are working very hard on your career. So do expect some sort of connection between home and professional life right around then. Might be a little bit stressful. Usually eclipses can be stressful for a lot of us, but it will be aligning you with more of a state of success in your career life. So those are the eclipses taking place. We also have 4 Mercury retrogrades, which is not the norm. Usually it's 3 Mercury retrogrades per year. This year we have 4. We're actually starting 2016 off with a Mercury retrograde right on January 4th. That lasts until January 26th. This is going to start in the sign of Aquarius, but very quickly move back into the sign of Capricorn, which is, so Aquarius has to do with what you think, what you know, the facts. We talked about this. It also has to do with siblings, neighbors, extended family members, and your neighborhood. It's going to be in that sign for just briefly, and then it's going to move back into a part of your sky that's very much related to your finances, your resources, your possessions. So this likely will be you'll be reconsidering how what you think is impacting your financial situation. You might realize that some of your thoughts have to change regarding money in order to increase your money. Some of you maybe have ingrained thoughts about finances, such as, it's impossible to make money, no one ever makes money unless, the rich get richer, the poor get poorer. There may be some truth to that, but at the same time, if you change your views on this, you will find yourself more easily aligning yourself with the financial lifestyle and financial abundance that you want in life. All right, so that's the first retrograde of Mercury for the year. Next one is April 27th to May 23rd. This is going to be in Taurus, which is right across the sky, one sign before your opposite sign. So this is about your daily work, your work routines, your health routines, kind of the chores of life that you have to do in order to live a productive life, not necessarily the most fun. So you're going to be doing a lot of reconsidering of the work that you're doing on a daily basis, thinking about how it is that you are relating to your work. So if you have been working at a job or practicing a health routine that is not really benefiting you, this is going to become very aware. You're going to become very aware of this. You're going to want to be thinking this over right around late April to later part of May as well. This is the perfect time to be thinking all that over. Not necessarily the time to make any major moves or changes in your job, but think it over a lot during that period of time, and then you have a better understanding of what to do when Mercury goes direct again. So moving on to the third Mercury retrograde, this is going to be August 29th to September 22nd. This is in Virgo, which is right at the top of your chart again. So you're going to be rethinking some of these big career changes that you have been going through over the year, and you're going to be seeing where it is that you need to make some adjustments, thinking it over, considering, is this the right decision? Maybe you're going to be thinking about jobs that you've had in the past. It's possible that an old employer will be contacting you, trying to, maybe get you to come back to work. You'll have to consider all this. If you can, I'd say hold off until it goes direct on September 22nd. But use that period of time to be really thinking over all matters of career, life purpose. It's also a good time to be considering, what am I leaving behind as my legacy right now? So aligning with an understanding of how your actions and your life are going to be remembered. That sounds a little dark, but it is worth considering. We all want to be remembered in a positive light that we feel is honest and truthful to who we are on the inside. And that comes from doing the work to, live a life that is honest, productive. So considering that may be part of this equation for you. Then we have the final Mercury retrograde, which is December 18th of 2016 to January 9th of 2017. This is starting in the sign of Capricorn, which is the sign after yours, and going back into your sign of Sagittarius. This is very much going to be about considering and thinking over how the way that you spend your money and use your resources speaks of the way that you view yourself. So if you are a frequent overspender, if you spend too much, this is going to be a time to question, what does that say about the way I view myself? Do I not consider my own future? Do I not consider the fact that I need savings? Do I not consider the fact that, this is not putting me in a state of security? If you are someone who never spends on yourself, this is the time to consider, do I not think I deserve nice things? Do I not think that I deserve, the luxuries that I'm working for? All of these questions will come to surface, come to light. Now, you're going to be considering these ways that you spend your money, but not necessarily the time to start making these changes. Come January 9th of 2017, that's when you're going to have a better understanding of the way that your money is showing the way that you view yourself, and that's when you can make the changes. But you don't really want to start implementing the Mercury retrograde changes until Mercury's gone direct. Now, you can't freeze your life during the Mercury retrograde, so if you have to make a major purchase, do it. Just make sure you read all the fine print, go over all the details, make sure if you have the option, get the extended warranty on whatever it is you're buying. But, if you can, this is only if you can, hold off on any major purchases, I would advise. But, again, you can't freeze your life. Alright, so that is Mercury retrograde. We also have a Mars retrograde, which is from April 16th to July 1st. This is important because it is starting in your sign. It's starting in Sagittarius, moving backwards into Scorpio. This is very much going to speak to the way that you are asserting yourself, the way that you are taking action in life, and how it is that you are going about getting what it is that you desire. So the way that you're taking action to get what you're working for. Some of you may feel that this is a time of decreased energy. Once it goes back into Scorpio, that is a time that, Scorpio for you is a sign that's very under the radar, very much not a very active place of your sky. So you might feel a decrease in energy, but it's all about reconsidering and going over your use of energy. So you're reconsidering the way that you are asserting power, the way that you're using your energy. And then once it goes direct, it's going to be a period of probably increased activity. Possibly you very well could start a new workout plan, or just start living a more active lifestyle, and you'll have increased energy as well. But while it's retrograde, it's all about considering the way that you have been using your energy and power. Alright, so your ruling planet is Jupiter, so I do want to touch on that as well. Jupiter is going through the top of your sky, Virgo, for most of the year, and then it goes into the next sign, Libra. But while it's in Virgo, this is a time of career blessings, career opportunities. You need to be using this to your advantage because it only happens once every 12 years. So working towards your career goals is very important. You might find there are opportunities that kind of don't seem 100% guaranteed, so it's kind of stressful, but trust that you have the cosmos supporting you where it comes to your career, and it's time to make big moves. Once it goes into Libra, it's really about receiving the rewards from the work that you put into your career. So this is also a time that you might have, right, while it's in Virgo, it's time that you might be increasing your professional standing, making your way up the corporate ladder, starting your own business, things like that. And once it goes into Libra, that's going to be really spreading out the message of your business, or making those business contacts with a larger audience, a larger group of people, in order to further increase your career success and reach your goals in your life. So really great places to have Jupiter. They're very public places, so big moves on a very public level are going to be taking place for you. So those are the major themes of 2016. Do keep posted on my channel. I'm going to be doing monthly video horoscopes, so I'll go more in depth on how things are playing out month by month. I also do written weekly and daily horoscopes as well. You can find those on my website, taylorcole.com. I put links to them on my Twitter, Facebook, and Google Plus too. So find me there. Read the horoscopes if you want further information as we go along. And I do love interacting with you, so comment, like, share. That's all very much appreciated. And I try to get back to you as soon as I can. All right, enjoy 2016, and I'll see you soon.